Welcome, everybody, to Sexy Picks with me, Big Sexy. And today we are going over Week 12 of the NFL schedule. Let's get right into it. All right, first game on the docket, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Cleveland and playing the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers joined the club of teams that won games without scoring a single touchdown. So congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Beating the Baltimore Ravens. I think that they'll just keep it pushing against the Browns. I mean, the Browns did beat the Ravens earlier this year, you might have to watch out for that. But I don't think that's going to matter too much against Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh in this game. All right, next up we got the Kansas City Chiefs going into Carolina and playing the Carolina Panthers. Chiefs get a gift-wrapped matchup after, taking their first loss of the season to get right back on track. Give me Kansas City in this game. There's not really much to say about it. All right, next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings going into Chicago and playing the Chicago Bears. Yeah, the Bears are on a little bit of a downslide after they started the season 4-4. Now they've lost 3 straight, and things are looking pretty grim there in Chicago. And on the opposite side of this, we got, Minnesota, who, started off really hot, started off 5-0, and I think they're 6-2 now, which isn't bad, but, you'd still want to see, Sam Darnold play a little bit better. I think he's starting to, come to his old form a little bit over the past couple weeks. He's had some pretty nasty turnovers, but the Vikings keep finding ways to win games. So I'm gonna stick with them here and say that they beat the Chicago Bears. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. All right, we got the Tennessee Titans going into Houston and playing the Houston Texans. Yeah, I think that this game is going to be very one-sided. I just don't feel. I don't have any confidence in the Titans whatsoever. I feel like Houston is head and shoulders above their level and are the way better football team here. So give me the Houston Texans in this game. All right, next up, we got the Detroit Lions going into Indianapolis and playing the Indianapolis Colts. Man, the Lions are the best team in football. I mean, after Kansas City lost this past week, I just think the Lions are the better team and look like the prime Super Bowl contending team in the NFC right now. I think that they're gonna keep it pushing, keep it rolling, and they're gonna go into Indianapolis and get another win. So give me the Detroit Lions in this game. All right, we got the New England Patriots going into Miami and playing the Dolphins. This is a more forgettable season for the Dolphins and the Patriots in some aspect as well. The only really gleaming positive that the Patriots can hold on to is the fact that Drake May looks like an NFL quarterback. Got selected him with the 3rd overall pick this past year, and he's looking really good so far. He's made some really good passes. Is getting through his progressions well. Miami, had that little stint where Tua was hurt for 4 games, so that kind of hurt their record a little bit. And then when Tua came back, they lost a nail-biter, Buffalo. In this game, I think that the Dolphins are more than likely going to win this game. Give me the Miami Dolphins. All right, next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into New York and playing the New York Giants. Yeah, right now, the Giants just, they just lost. They didn't lose this past week. They were on a bye, so they didn't lose. You can't lose if you don't play. But anyway, they just benched Daniel Jones. Tommy DeVito is now, starting quarterback for the Giants. I just hope he doesn't screw us out of a generational quarterback again. I feel like there's a couple people that might have that same opinion, one of them being on this podcast. But anyway, I digress. My viewpoint right now on the New York Giants is I want a top 3 pick. A top 3 pick to get a generational quarterback. So in order to do that, we need to lose. We need to lose. And they're like, oh, Big Sexy, how can you ask for your team to lose? Because I want our future to be bright. That's why. That's why. Like, I get you play the game to win the game. I mean, something's got to give. Something's got to give. We've been really bad for a long time, and we've won a lot of meaningless games for that long time. And we floated right around the the 5th to 10th pick for years now, and that's not gotten us anywhere. And the last time we had a top 3 pick, we picked Saquon Barkley, and look where he is now. So I mean, something's got to change. So we need to get a legitimate quarterback, and I think Cam Ward will be that guy. I hope to God Cam Ward will be that guy. But as far as this game goes, Tampa Bay is easily going to win this game. I just don't feel like, even if Tommy DeVito catches some glimpse of what he had last season, where he was on that 3-game win streak stretch, the defense this year is not as good as it was last year. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this game. I hope the Buccaneers win this game. I swear to God, if we win this game, I'm going to be so upset. All right, next game. We got the Dallas Cowboys going into Washington and playing the Commanders. So, yeah, speaking of another team that is in a really bad spot, the Dallas Cowboys are kind of on the same boat we are. I can't believe I'm saying that at this point in the season. Obviously, not as long as the Giants have been in a bad spot. Cowboys find themselves in a little bit of a pickle here, kind of on the same boat, them needing to lose games to get a high draft pick. I mean, they have a little bit more talent in place than we do, so they're a little bit better off when Dak becomes healthy. Do they keep Dak? I don't know. Maybe they try to trade him and get a legitimate quarterback, or maybe they stick with him and try to get like that kid Genty from Boise State. Who knows? But as far as this game goes, I'm taking the Commanders in this game. All right, now we're into the 4 o'clock window Eastern time. So now we got the Denver Broncos going into Las Vegas and playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Bo Nix, he looked good last week. He looked really good last week. There's some, I've spoken to a couple of Giants fans, and, one of them being my good cousin Mike. He was very adamant on the Giants drafting Bo Nix. Instead we got Malik Neighbors, which, I don't think any Giants fan is upset at having a stud at receiver like Malik Neighbors. But looking at how Bo Nix has been playing in Denver, it kind of makes you wonder, man, if Daboll could have got his hands on him, could he be as good, if not a little bit better? Who knows? But I mean, I guess we'll never find that out. I think the Broncos are going to win this game. So give me the Denver Broncos to go into Las Vegas and get a win. So now we have the San Francisco 49ers going into Green Bay and playing the Green Bay Packers. I think that this game could be very competitive. Brock Purdy is kind of lingering with a questionable injury right now. Questionable status. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? If he plays, San Fran could win this game. If he doesn't play, obviously I'm taking Green Bay. I'm just going to go on a limb here and say that Green Bay wins anyway. Obviously the Niners have a way better chance of winning if Brock Purdy plays. There's no question about it. I just think Green Bay, especially with the way that their defense is playing right now, is playing some sound football on that side of the ball, especially having one Xavier McKinney, all them talented guys that they have over there give San Fran some problems. So I'm going to take Green Bay in this game. All right, so now we have the Arizona Cardinals going into Seattle and playing the Seattle Seahawks. The Arizona's just playing really good football right now. And the Seahawks, it's like you don't know what to expect from them. I mean, one week they lose to the Giants, and then, next week they're, beating teams like San Francisco. It's just like you sit there and you scratch your head with this team. It's just like, well, who are they? Like, who are you? If they play the football that helped them beat teams like San Francisco, then they have a very good shot of winning this game. It's going into Seattle. It's a hostile environment. They have the home field on their side. I mean, anything's possible, but you don't really know what you're going to get. And it's like the Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So I think I'm gonna just say that Arizona wins this game. I feel safer with picking Arizona than I do Seattle at this point. So, but it's a division matchup. Anything could happen. So give me the Arizona Cardinals. All right, we got the Sunday Night Football matchup. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going into Los Angeles and playing the Rams. Boy, this one is tough. This one is tough, because both teams are pretty damn good, and I hate to, say those words in the same sentence as the Philadelphia Eagles, being a Giants fan, but I gotta call a spade at this point, and they are at the top of the NFC East right now. I think they're catching heat at the right moment. The heel picked the Rams to win this game. I don't see it. I'm gonna go with Philly in this game. All right, Monday night, we got the Harbaugh Bowl. We got the Baltimore Ravens going into Los Angeles to play the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers game last week on Sunday night was a thriller. Jim Harbaugh, has got them boys in Los Angeles playing really good football right now. 180 turned around that Chargers defense and got them playing like a top 10 unit. And, the offense is firing on all cylinders. You got, people like my boy Ladd McConkey from UGA, Go Dogs, stepping up and showing out for one Justin Herbert. And then you got Quentin Johnson. Also, he's been a stud. So, and they got J.K. Dobbins rolling. He's finally having a fully healthy season. And then on the other side of it, you got Lamar Jackson and the Ravens play really good against some pretty good teams, but have lost to some really bad teams. I want to pick the Ravens here, but their defense hasn't given me enough to be like, yeah, they're a Super Bowl contender. Their offense has been playing really well, but their defense is just not the same defense it used to be last year. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this game. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers by like a field goal or something. And that does it for me this week. Feel free to comment on this video, give it a like, give it a share, give it a follow, subscribe to the channel. Comment on this video, tell me what you like about it. Follow us all on our socials. So just thank you for tuning in, and until next week, Big Sexy out.